Dear students, it is the second video of the revision. In this video, we are going to cover week 2, lesson 3 and 4. The objectives include communication with IT professionals, developers, technical terms used in development industry, specific communication principles for the better communication. Actually, every field requires its own register, style of speaking, communicating, writing, dealing, right? So, to sustain in that organization, one needs to be able to communicate in all spheres and fashions. For example, when you visit a medical place or a hospital or a clinic or a surgery, you find that the doctor's fashion, equipment, style of speaking, language, fine, dealing with the other assistant nurses, operation theater people, pharmacy, even with the patient and even with the attendants of the patients are entirely different. So a doctor changes many flavors and styles, and you find certain variations with the communication. For example, with a patient is another doctor is standing or a nurse is standing, whereas one of the attendant is standing. Doctor is talking about patient's disease. He will not tell the patient's disease in terms to the attendant, whereas while he was talking about to the nurse, they will be talking about in terms and symbols and other language. This is called professional communication. Likewise, when the people of IT, software engineering, computer sciences, they get together, they communicate differently within them, within their organizations. Why? It is similarly like the medical field and IT field is different. Well, why this chapter has been included? Because IT is now one of the rapidly organizing and developing sector all over the world, and it includes in everything. This COVID-19 actually has stabbed it into every walk of life. Clear? In this way, the developers, for example, have to interact with their team workers, with team leaders, with software house management, and if a person is hiring some person online doing as a freelancer, there they need this kind of communication, and you all need it immediately or literally when you are getting into the communication. Fine. So with the communication with the IT fields, there are the following points: that you must speak professionally, choose the effective language, be professional, be polite, fine, and these points also, talk to developers, fine, understand the problems of their employees, clear. First, make sure approach all communication with respect, honor, dignity, clear. Secondly, you must understand the purpose of communication, that why you are communicating with your developer or with your client. What is your purpose? What do you feel? What will be the results? These questions must be in your mind. Fine. Lastly, use in the development online tools. For example, this is mostly the work is done online, so you can use different very important and highly effective softwares. Here are the list of softwares which is used all over the world, clear. And second thing is your expectations, that do not expect something impossible from your employees, and at the same time do not undermine the capacity of your employees. Be human, be realistic. Fine, bugs happens, that there is always some shortfalls, shortcomings in code writing, in designing, in interface, and many things. So never go bullying, never despair, do not start fighting with the people. Fine. Clear UI documentation when you write your documentation of user interface, user manual, the instructions, headings, graphs, charts, everything should be clearly expressed, keeping in mind your audience. Fine. And here are some other example, front end and back end, and then there are some technical terms which are used in UI, CSS, these phases. Okay, in the next lesson 4, 7 effective communication skills, tools. Fine, they are applied in all communication, that your communication, whether it is oral or written, should be clear, correct, complete, concise, concrete, coherent, and courteous. Fine, the details have been written and also been expressed in the previous video. Thank you very much. I hope this that you have understood this chapter. In case you find any problem, do contact.